Welcome back, my name's Steve and thank you for joining me today on my photography journey. There are several ways to focus on something with your camera. The least complicated is manual focus, where you twist a ring on your lens and things are either in focus, meaning they look sharp, or they're kind of out of focus and blurry. The part where you twist the ring, something moves in the lens to make it sharp or blurry is definitely beyond this video, but do let me know if you want me to cover something like that in the future. So manual focus is great when you want to focus precisely on something and you have the time to do it. But what about the camera doing it for you to make it all a bit faster? That is where autofocus comes in, and that is what I want to focus on today. The first thing that you need to choose is whether to use AFS or AFC. So let's go through those now. AFS, or single autofocus. This is kind of most suited to stationary objects and is what I use for the majority of my landscapes, my woodland pictures. If you half press the shutter button, that will lock the focus, and then you'll know this has happened because there's kind of the red indicator will turn green. If it can't focus, it will flash red instead and you won't be able to take the picture. You can change this behavior in the autofocus menu if you want to, although I'm not sure why you would want to be able to take a picture if it wasn't focused, but the option's there if you want it. And then you've got AFC, or continuous autofocus. Now this is better for moving subjects, as when you half press that shutter button, it will adjust to any changes in the distance from you to that subject. By default, you can take a picture whether it's in focus or not, so the opposite of the other mode. And that makes more sense for this mode, as you're more likely to be taking a burst of multiple pictures, so at least some of those will be in focus. And again, you can change that in the menu too. So actually, let me show you now how to do that. So head into the custom menu and then the autofocus section. The top two items here are the priorities that you want to choose for AFC and AFS. And for both of them, you can choose between the shutter release and the image being in focus as the priority for when you're taking that picture. Now, autofocus is never going to be perfect. At the end of the day, it's still a computer processor making decisions based on what's in that frame and what the subject looks like in comparison to everything else. That's how it adjusts its focus. But as we all know, computers are getting faster. Algorithms using machine learning and artificial intelligence are getting better and better at recognizing subjects and making sure that they're in focus. Once you know which type of autofocus is best for the picture that you want to take, you need to tell the camera what to focus on. So let's start with AFS, which, as you remember, is single autofocus because this mode is only available then, and that is pinpoint AF. And that is the smallest focus point available. So it's good if you have a very specific thing that you want to focus on, or if you're taking a picture of something small, of course. Then you've got single point autofocus, and this is available in both AFS and AFC. It's a bigger window. It's still quite small. You choose as your focus point, you move it around and pick what you want to. So it's faster to move around with that joystick on the back because it's a bit bigger. If you want to go bigger still, we have wide area, and this comes in either small or large. Now these aren't as specific as the other two, and it will focus on the item in that box that's closest to the camera. So if there's multiple subjects in the frame, then it will choose for you basically. So they're better for larger items really. Now dynamic area AF, this is only available in continuous autofocus, and it fits somewhere between some of the other modes. It uses single point focus, but also uses focus points outside that single box if the subject leaves it for a bit of time, meaning that if a subject is moving quickly, then you're more likely to be able to focus on it with this than the other methods. And then you've got auto area AF, and this lets the camera take more control about what it will focus on. So in the menus, you can choose whether you've got face detection, eye detection, and things like that. So this is good when you don't have the time to focus, or you want to specifically focus on the eye of a subject whether they're human or animal actually. The different subjects that can be recognized is entirely dependent on the Nikon camera that you've got. So for the Z5 and the Z30, it's humans and animals, which actually just mean dogs and cats. But with the Z30, this is also available in the wide area large mode, as well as the auto area AF. Hopefully that has made things a little clearer, focused your attention maybe. I would suggest grabbing your camera and try them out. And just experiment with them and see which one works for you. For me, I tend to use pinpoint for landscapes and then dynamic area for moving subjects. But I'm also going to mix things up a bit and try some other modes over the next couple of weeks. So check out my Instagram, see those pictures there, and I'll also include some in my newsletter. So make sure you sign up for that too. And that's new, so that's a new adventure for me. But anyway, thank you for watching today. I'll be back again next week with more that I've learned on my photography journey. So have a great week and I'll see you then. Bye.